gotta ask for the energy. All right, that's how we're gonna bring our comments out. All right, so let's do this officially. All right, are you guys ready for your next comedian? All right, this guy is a very, very good friend of mine. He's very funny. He is Delaware's only certified clean comedian. You can check him out at the Dickens Parlor Theater down in Delmar. He's here right now. Let's have a big round of applause for Mr. Kieffer.
Look at me. I know what you're thinking, you know, I don't look like a comic, I look like an old cop. And a newborn infant, like all at the same time. It's the dimple that does that. I think I ended up looking like this because my father was German and my mother was Don Rickles. And I come out looking like Hank from Breaking Bad. Yeah, where's my Hank from Breaking Bad section? Yeah. Oh, it's back there. That's where they're doing the meth, if anybody's curious. Yeah. I am so happy to be here. I did comedy when I was a young man, and then I gave it up, and I'm back at it now, so I'm just celebrating life in general. And I thank you. And I had my 55th birthday. Thank you. Yeah, it was 7 years ago. Yeah. So I'm 55 plus 7. Who's with me here? Yeah. I had to RSVP for an awards banquet the other day, and they said, Mr. Kieffer, will you be bringing a +1? And I said, no, she's a +8. The ladies don't like that joke, and I don't understand why. I don't even know what a +8 is. This is not a body shaming thing. I'm just saying that my wife is a year older than me, so relax. I know, late women don't like when I make them do math. I genuinely wanted to see what the reaction to that would be, but I know my place now, so I'll just move on. But I'm a relative newlywed. This is a late marriage for me. I was a single dad for 20 years and didn't want to mess that up, so I was picky and choosy until the perfect woman come along. And I said, I'm going to marry her. I mean, before that, I turned some people down. You know, I had some options. I mean, look at me. But I married the perfect woman, and I said, life will be great from now on. But watch what you wish for, that's all I'm going to say. You know, when you marry a perfect woman, you think you get what you want until you get it, and then you realize what you really wanted was somebody slightly dysfunctional so you could have some plausible deniability in the relationship. Because like right off the bat after we got married, she let me know that I'm not perfect, right? You know, and get this, we dated for like 10 years, no problems, but as soon as I wifed her up, she started having some opinions. Like we get back from the honeymoon and she lets me know that I do not respect the dish towel. Yeah, no, you know, all right, I'll explain it to you. I'm not going to explain all the jokes, but I'll explain this one to you. So yeah, as a single dad taking care of my kids, I always had a dish towel on my shoulder. I had it there when I was cooking a meal. In case I got a sweaty brow, I had my dish towel.
Ew.
Yeah, ew. She's writing the joke for me. If I had spilled spaghetti sauce on the counter, I had my dish towel. I was known to use my dish towel to wipe down my boat sometimes. My wife said that a dish towel is only to be used to dry things that have been properly washed. You happy with that, ladies? Yeah, she said it straight. So we tried it for a little while, you know. Happy wife, happy life. We tried a his and hers. My dish towel up there on the arm of the oven looked like a crime scene. Hers looked like a display rack at Kohl's. So I moved on, but I did have some towel-related questions for the rest of the household. Like, what am I supposed to do with the towels in the master bathroom? I'm not allowed to touch those at all. Like, why can't I touch those? They're not for you, she said. I said, well, who are they for? They're on display. Like, are they coming to take a picture? Are we selling the house? I don't know what's going on. I think she expects me to use the moldy towel on the hook behind the door. I'm the man of the house, I'm not doing that. So now when I get out of the shower, I walk right past the moldy towel on the hook behind the door and right to the dish towel. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Thank you for that life hack, honey. Oh, man. And then I put the moist towel right back on the arm of the oven where it belongs. Let her figure it out, you know? Leave the wet footprints in the hallway. I got to create some confusion in the household, you know, because she was getting cocky. She had her eyes on the thermostat. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. If you cede control of your thermostat to a +8 woman, you are in for some stormy weather, my friend. Change in barometric pressure, drop in temperature, hail in the living room. And then once they have air superiority with the thermostat, the whole house is up for grabs. She moved in, shortly later, furniture started moving. I got a recliner. I don't even know where it is anymore. I put my foot down and I said, there will be no more affections in this household until I get my recliner back. Yeah, how long do you think that took? No, you're going to be surprised at this. It only took 10 days, because I got it like that. 10 days, yeah. And she brought a lazy boy into the house. His name's Chad. He sleeps on the couch. That boy is lazy. I caught him in my underwear the other day. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. Oh, my wife, though, she loves taking care of me. It's a good thing she got a younger man. You know, I'm 1 year younger than her. Or she needed a younger man, or like a puppy or something, because she's always trying to take care of me. She follows me around, plucking hairs from my ears, poking holes in my dreams. Thank God for that, because, you know, that's the only thing keeping me alive, is her not letting me do what I want all the time. But she is at her best when we are at home in the living room, all lovey-dovey and cozy, just the two of us watching TV. If I get up and like walk into the kitchen for a snack, she goes, "Where you going? What you doing? Oh, God, leave me alone, give me some space." If I walk back to the living room from anywhere in the vicinity of the bathroom, she goes to me, "Good boy, good boy." I'm like, leave me. If she doesn't give me some space, I'm going to take the collar off and run away. I don't think it'll do me any good, though. I think she has me chipped. She seems to always know where I am. Not sure, but I know if I go anywhere near a Chick-fil-A, my phone will ring. "Hello, where you going?" Oh, she's a good girl. We're happily married. I found love in my 50s. Thank you for that. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else out here? Don't give up. They're out there for you. I promise you, they're out there. But I'll tell you what, it's tough getting used to living with somebody after not doing it for a long time. Like whenever we go out, she takes forever. Maybe you had this tonight. The lady goes off and dolls herself up and spends, you know, a little bit of time getting ready and looks good. And then the man is sitting there waiting, and then she comes out and he's the jerk because he doesn't have his shoes on, right? Yeah, and you get this. Sometimes she come out and she'll make me get dressed again. Doesn't like what I'm wearing. Like, I don't even get dressed half the time now. I just sit there in my underwear and wait for further instructions. And I'm very efficient. I keep my underwear in a drawer right next to the dish towel. Yeah, that's right. Don't want to be late. Got things to do. Oh, man. And I tell you what, there's a whole thing about the wardrobe at my age. Who else has noticed this? When you turn 50, your mail starts to change. You get that AARP stuff, right? Yeah. And coupons for New Balance tennis shoes. Yeah. I wore them in my 50s, but now that I'm 60, I moved on to Skechers. Who's with me on this? Yeah, that's right. That's right. And if you're going to have Skechers, you might as well get the slip-on, slip-off kind, right? That's right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking out. You know, there we go. I'm free and easy. Relax, honey. I know I don't have my shoes on. Just watch this. Wham. Bam. Thank you, man. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, look at these shoes. They're like, my dad wore wingtips until he got his wings. And I'm wearing like yarn and white soles, my fancy shoes. And look at these pants, man. These pants are crazy. I used to put on jeans when I wanted to feel young. Now I put these things on, man. They're so stretchy. Look at them. You ever seen the ads online? They sell these things by putting a gallon of milk in your pants. I can only get a quart in mine, just in case you want to know. It's because a gallon's very heavy. But yeah, I got these pants, man. These things, man, they go where I go. I love these pants with my fancy pants and my white shoes. I just want to go out and make me want to dance sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, these pants, man, they feel so good. Glad you got glasses. I don't want you to get pink eye. You ladies, you got your Lululemons. These are Costco kumquats. Yeah. $10 Kirklands. So when you ladies are dressing your American baby boomer male, I want you to be careful when you come to the shirt area. Because, you know, all our lives we've been tucking in our shirts, you know, wearing ties and stuff like that. I just wanted to get an Untuckit. I came into this age with an extra large, you know. And, you know, if you come in with a large and you get your man an Untuckit extra large, you better be very careful because he's probably like a Mardi Gras weekend away from wearing a XXX Tommy Bahama with a floral print on it. You know, because like much like an African angelfish, an American male baby boomer will expand to fit whatever container you put him in. And the bigger they get, the more flamboyant. You're not careful, they'll be asking you for a parrot soon. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. But I'll tell you what, I got an age now where some things that I wasn't good at anymore, that I was good at, I'm not. Some things I wasn't good at, I'm better at. Like, I'm better at intimacy now and conversation. Like, the other night, we were laying in bed, and my wife, she just starts talking to me, right? She does it every night. And I never listen. And she's okay with that. I just got to throw a uh-huh, or a oh, or a wow every now and then, and she's perfectly happy. But then I start feeling guilty. I'm like, I love this woman. She treats me well, and here I'm not even listening to her. So I started to listen to her. And the thing she says, I said, wait, what did you just say? And she said, see, you never listen to me. And I said, normally I don't, but now I am. And I think we both agree we like it better when I don't. And I'm getting more rigid at this age. Like, I could be more flexible. I got more time on my hands, but I'm a lot more rigid. If it's not scheduled, I'm not doing it. You're not going to throw any curves at me. Oh, my God, you know what I'm talking about here. Like, for example, the other day, my lady, Mrs. Kieffer, she elbowed me in bed. Kind of let me know she was kind of frisky. And I said to her, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute now. You can't just spring something like that on a fella my age. You might as well have told me that tomorrow morning I'm having a colonoscopy. There's like a prep to this kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're frisky, it's Friday. We're going to have to reconvene on Tuesday. There's some things I got to do. Like, I got to tighten up this CPAP, give me a good 12 hours of sleep on day one. Day two, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to hydrate all day long. Day three's carb loading. Yeah, get that energy store up. And day four, the day of, I wake up, I meditate, and I medicate. Get my mind and body this morning. Yeah, thank you. There's more. And because I made her wait, she's going to make me wait another day because, you know, I'm no good at this thing anymore. She's going to, like, make me cut the grass or something. You know, do something I'm good at before, you know. No? One day too far, huh? Where's my baby boomers out there? Yeah, I saw y'all come in. There's more of you than that. You remember when you used to keep batteries in your refrigerator? Yeah, a couple of you do. I grew up in a house where we had batteries in a refrigerator because we thought they'd last longer. Turns out they don't. Yeah, the New York Times did a whole article on it. Baby boomers across the country were furious, but Gen X and millennials were thrilled. My daughter came over immediately and took the batteries out of my refrigerator. I'm like, she said, Dad, now you don't have to run out of butter all the time. It was fine, but about a week later, my remote control died, so I went to the refrigerator and no batteries. So I got this remote control that's gonna die, so I just put it in the refrigerator for safekeeping. And then my daughter came back to visit and found it there, and she made an appointment for me with a neurologist. So I went into the millennials, Gen X are always telling us what to do. We raised you, leave us alone, we're just fine. So I'm in there, and this smart aleck doctor thinks he knows everything, never heard about batteries. He says to me, he goes, your family's worried about you because you had a remote control in the refrigerator. And I leaned in and I said, because I need batteries. And he wrote down anger issues, abrupt change in personality, and now he and the kids are trying to take my car keys from me, but they can't find them because they're in my sock drawer. Listen up, this makes sense. I keep them in my sock drawer because I got a nice fuzzy pair of Crocs at home that I don't need to wear socks, right? Unless I'm going to leave the house. So when I want to leave the house, I just go to the sock drawer, grab a pair of socks, the car keys, and I'm out the door. Makes sense, right? Yeah. All right. Yeah. So there's more. There's more to this. And because I've been paying attention, I know the apocalypse is coming, so I'm not going to leave the house without some cash in my pocket. Where do you think I keep my cash?
Sock drawer.
So you don't want to put all your good stuff in one spot. If they find it, they just got lucky. No. I keep my cash in the freezer. Right? Cold, hard cash. Right. Back in the day, they'd keep it under the mattress, but now that I moved into the freezer, I got room under the mattress for my batteries. When I get tired, I go take a nap, get refreshed, get new batteries, the whole house is energized. And I don't own a gun, but if I did, I think I would keep it in the bathroom. Because if I ever had an unanticipated need for a gun, I think I'd have an unanticipated need for a bathroom. I went a very long way for that joke. I appreciate you sticking with me. Yeah. I think I'm running out of time here just about, so I'm going to leave you with a few things. So I joked earlier that I don't look like a comedian, but what do you think that career was that I left comedy for? To pursue a gym teacher? I'm not that fat, am I? Gym teachers. Not much of an interview process there, if I remember. No. I may not look like it, but I've been a registered nurse since 1984. So in 1980, when I told all my people in high school that I was going to nursing school, this is what they said. They said, yeah, we always thought you were gay. That's about how woke they were in 1980. It's come a long way now. Hardly any men went into that profession, and now they're going in it in droves. I started that. And I pushed women into medical school. You could thank me later. But I want to tell you a story about the second year in my career. I was working 3 to 11 shift, and they came up to me and said, Lon, we need you to work 11 to 7. I said, there's no way. I'm exhausted. I can't do it. They said, but we need you. Somebody called out sick. People's lives depend on it. And I said, I know. That's why I don't want to do it. But they made me do it anyway. Not only that, they put me in the intensive care unit. I'd never worked in the intensive care unit before, but I only had 2 patients. One of them was doing well. Family was visiting late at night, and he was probably going to go out on a regular floor the next morning. The other one was a guy about my age now, about my build, a little bit overweight, just maybe 5 pounds. But he'd had a massive heart attack, and he was sitting there in bed. He looked fine, but he was really sick. And he had TV on one side of the bed, monitors on the other, and I was fixated on him, right? Like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I fell asleep. I woke up to hear what has got to be the most frightening sound you ever want to hear as a health professional. Oh my God, what am I going to do? So I call out the code. I go running in the room. I start beating on the guy's chest. And then I hear, this has been a test of the emergency broadcast system. He was fine. The TV was signing off for the night. But the point is, if you're looking for a negative, you can find a negative. So thank you for coming out tonight to look for a positive. My name's Kieffer.
We're going for Kieffer. Yeah. You know he's old if he still got the TV going off at the